Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. In the news today, first up, detectives at the St. Catherine South Siswoka office, they have arrested and charged a 74-year-old great-grandfather for grievous sexual assault and sexual touching of a child. His name is Albert Campbell and he's living in the Portmore area of St. Catherine. What we are learning is that one of 74-year-old Albert Campbell's daughter, she's the mother of a 5-year-old girl. From time to time, the child's mother, she would leave her 5-year-old daughter in her 74-year-old father's care. It is alleged that during this time, the 74-year-old grandfather, he has been doing all kind of sick things to this 5-year-old granddaughter. Things bust out and a report was made to the police. As a result, he was arrested and charged and he'll be going to the courts shortly. Over at Central Village, that guy on your screen, his name is Nicoy McCrivey. He is 45 years old and he is the manager for a liquor store. He is originally from KlLLED in Clarendon, but he is living at Windsor Heights in the Central Village area of St. Catherine. We are learning that Nicoy, he's living with his spouse and her 11-year-old daughter. From time to time, the mother, she would go to work at nights. When she gone to work, we are learning that on multiple occasions, Nicoy, he would have intercourse with his 11-year-old stepdaughter. Things bust out and a report was made to the police. Nicoy, he was arrested and charged for 1. Rape. 2. Sexual touching of a child. 3. Sexual grooming of a child. And 4. Sexual intercourse with a person under the age of 16 years old. So, Nicoy, he'll be going to the courts shortly. Mothers, stop trusting these dirty pieces of nastiness with your daughters and sons too. You best believe. In this next report, I want you to take a look at the video on your screen. I'm gonna slow it down sometimes and I will soon tell you who that guy is. About 7:30 last night, Wednesday, May 22, the operators of City Super Wholesale and Retail Supermarket at Lower Bevan Avenue in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James, they securely locked it up and went away. About 1 o'clock early this morning, the alarm for the business place went off. The security company that is monitoring the building, its name is Paramil Security Company. They are based in Montego Bay. I'm not sure where else they are based. They immediately dispatched a team to the location. On the arrival of the team, we are told that strange sounds were heard inside the supermarket. As a result, the police were called. The police and the operators for the supermarket, they turned up and a detailed search of the supermarket was done. That guy that you are looking at on your screen, his name is Kevoy Graham, but he's popularly known as Big Ed. He's living at Moortown in the Adelphi area of St. James. Big Ed, he was found in an AC vent in the ceiling of the supermarket. That same black one-strap bag that he has covering his face, it was found to contain 6 cellular phones that were stolen from the showcase in the supermarket. Other items and cash were also stolen, and the police, they are searching for the 3 other hoodlums who were involved in this break-in. Paramil Security Company, Job well done. This next report, sad indeed. That youngster on your screen, his name is Errol Richards. On July 3 coming up, Errol, he will be celebrating his 13th birthday. He was a student at the Marcus Garvey Technical High School and he lived at Fort George district in the Concord area of St. Ann. We are learning that Errol, he lived with his mother and other siblings. He was supposed to go to school on Tuesday morning, but when his mother checked on him, he told his mother that his head is hurting him very badly and he did not feel like going to school. As a result, his mother decided against sending him to school. About minutes after 7 o'clock Tuesday morning, his mother, she left the house with her 1-year-old son to go and do some business in another community in the parish of St. Ann. She returned home about a few minutes to 11 o'clock the same morning. When she reached home, she realized that the front door to her house was wide open. She called out to her son Errol, but there was no response. We are told that shortly thereafter, the mother, she heard her 1-year-old son who had gone into the house crying on the balcony. When she went and made checks, there was Errol with a piece of rope tied around his neck and tied to a section of the balcony. The mother, she hurriedly pulled the rope from around her son's neck, but it was too late. Errol, he was DEAD. The police, they were called in and they commenced investigations. We are told that no marks of violence was seen on Errol and it is suspected that he may have taken his own 3 points. The question is why? Sad indeed. In this next story, that guy on your screen, his name is Jason Richards. He is 30 years old. Jason, he's originally from the parish of Westmoreland, but he has been living in Toronto, Canada for a long while. Jason, he's wanted by the Toronto Police Department for the April 24 killing of 40-year-old Mohammed Abdallah Mohammed, popularly known as Mo. Jason is wanted for second-degree murder. That incident, it took place near to Lawrence Avenue East and Morningside Avenue in Toronto, Canada. Jason, he fled Toronto and he was living at Fort William in the parish of Westmoreland, where we are told that he's originally from. We are told that since Jason returned to the area, he bought a bike and he bought an illegal gun. We are learning that early this morning, about minutes after 2 o'clock, Jason and another guy, they were involved in a dispute at Bastard Cedar Walk in the Petersfield area of Westmoreland. It is alleged that Jason, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire at that guy. Luckily, he was not shot. Jason, he then jumped in a car and drove away. We are told that while Jason was heading back to his home at Fort William, the car, it crashed in a ditch. Jason, he jumped out of the car and he went to hide the gun. He then rode out on a bike to where the car was crashed. The police, they were passing and they saw Jason on the accident scene and asked him what was happening. Jason replied to the police, but he was speaking with the Canadian accent. He then catch up on himself and him started to dash out some patois, but by this time, it was too late. The police, they had received intelligence before that a Canadian who is wanted for murder was hiding out in the area. As a result, Jason, he was taken into police custody and the rest, like they say, is history. Jason, he is now in police custody awaiting extradition to Canada. As for him shooting at the guy at Bastard Cedar Walk, I'm not sure whether or not an official report was made. Withorn Police strike again. Officers, job well done. In this next report, I carried a story on Friday, May 3. It was about an incident that took place the previous night. Thursday, May 2, about minutes after 9 o'clock. It took place along the Macfield Main Road in the parish of Westmoreland. Now, in this one, in an upcoming video, I'm going to be giving you the full details as to the motive. Stand by for that. But in the report I gave you on Friday, May 3, I told you that a man, his name is Dwayne Atty, but he was popularly known as Sparrow. Sparrow was a 43-year-old mechanic and he was living at Betheltown in the parish of Westmoreland. Sparrow, he was shot and killed along the Macfield Main Road, right in the vicinity of the bus stop. The police, they have now made a breakthrough in that case and they have arrested and charged the alleged getaway driver. There he is on your screen. His name is Antroy Campbell, but he's popularly known as DJ Terry. He's a 38-year-old sound system selector and he's living at Harton Grove in the Ramble Police area in the parish of Hanover. Like I said, in an upcoming video, I'm going to be giving you the full details as to motive. In the meantime, the police, they are searching for the triggerman, but DJ Terry, he'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next story, listen me carefully now. Hanover Police, Green Island Police, I have some information for you. I want you to check this out. Now, my viewers, my subscribers, I carried a story on Saturday, May 18. In that story, I told you about the killing of that man on your screen. His name is Denlin Dunkley. He was 36 years old when he was chopped to death. His body was found on the early morning of Wednesday, March 18, 2015, about some minutes to 5 o'clock. I had made a big mistake in that story. I had said that Denlin's killer was about 16 years old at the time. My apologies. He was about 26 years old at that time. There he is on your screen. His name is Jamar Miles, but he was popularly known as Bosshead. Someone else was also charged in relation to the killing of Denlin Dunkley, and the case is presently before the courts. Some persons reached out to me and they were upset that I included Denlin's brother, Ryan Dunkley, in the story. Ryan Dunkley, he was a 44-year-old policeman who was stationed at the Magati Police Station in the parish of St. Elizabeth. He died about a month before his brother, Denlin, was killed. He was getting ready for work when he collapsed and died. I had included Ryan's name in the story for a reason, and here is why. That guy on your screen, his name is Ryan Clive Dunkley, but he was popularly known as Junior. He was called Junior because his father was Ryan Dunkley Sr. Yes, Constable Ryan Dunkley is his father. Junior, he was born on September 17, 1993, and he was a bike taxi operator living at Phoenix Town in the Santai area of Hanover. Now, anyone who knew Junior, they will tell you that Junior no give no trouble. The most persons would say about Junior is that him love to beg. Junior, he was not known to be involved in any criminality, but on the early morning of Saturday, May 21, 2022, little bit over 2 years ago, about 3 o'clock in the early morning, Junior, he was fast asleep at his home when a hoodlum kicked off his door and shot and killed him. At the time when Junior was killed, there were persons in the area who were saying that Junior, he was killed by the police because his killer was wearing a blue overall or a blue denim. Well, guess what? Anyone who is living in the Lagood area of Hanover, they will tell you that Jamar Miles, also known as Bossed, he usually wear a blue overall. So the question is, listen me carefully, is it possible that Bossed, who was hiding out in the area because he had killed Junior's uncle Denlin, when he found out who Junior was, is it possible that Bossed him kill Junior to avoid his identity being revealed? Of course it is possible. Junior, like I said before, he was not known to be mixed up and he was not robbed. Green Island Police, Hanover Police, over to you. And still in the parish of Hanover, a man, his name is Bruce Allen, but he was popularly known as Biggs. He was 45 years old and he lived at Q-Top district in the Lucy Police area in the parish of Hanover. We are told that Biggs, he lived alone and he was last seen alive in the day on Sunday, May 19. On Sunday night, about 9 o'clock, we are told that gunshots were heard being fired in the area. I am not sure whether or not the police were contacted. On Tuesday, May 21, residents, they got concerned because they had not seen Biggs and the front door of his house was open. We are told that the residents, they went and made checks and the lifeless body of Biggs was found in a slump position in the house. The police, they were called and when they inspected Biggs, whose body had started to decompose, he had received gunshot wounds to his back and the left side of his buttocks. Biggs, most likely, he was killed from Sunday night. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, a total of 11 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, a man, his name is Errol Shirley, on June 6 coming up. He'll be celebrating his 60th birthday. Errol was a farmer and he lived at York Pastor in the D-side area of Trelawny. We are told that, like Biggs, Errol, he lived alone. Monday night, May 20, almost 12 midnight, Errol, he was heard by a neighbor bawling out, "Murder! Murder! Help! Help!" That neighbor, he did not make any checks, neither did he alert anyone. Yesterday afternoon, Wednesday, May 22, we are told that flies were seen at Errol's window and persons started saying that he was not seen since Monday. As a result, the Wakefield police, they were informed. The police, they went to his house, but they had to force their way into Errol's bedroom. Errol Shirley, he was seen on the bed with stab wounds to the left side of his chest and the right side of his head. Errol, he was only dressed in his underwear. His body had started to decompose. The crime scene was processed and a brown handle knife, suspected to be the murder weapon, it was recovered from the scene. So the police, they are trying to find out who is it that killed Errol and why. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when we turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them